Welcome back to the show. We are now joined by wide receiver Nick Hicks and defensive back return man Josh Mitchell. Guys, thanks for joining us.
How you doing, Mark?
Thanks for having us.
Nick, let's start with you. What was the practice like leading up to this week with Tyler taking the reps?
Well, practice for the receivers was a lot more physical. The week before against Carthage, receivers weren't as physical on the perimeter, and that's what we wanted to focus on, attacking DBs instead of catching them. So it was much more physical than usual. I had a pretty bad headache all week, which is fine though. You know, that's how football practice should be. But with Tyler at the helm, it wasn't bad. I mean, he did a great job. I mean, him and Brad kind of split. Tyler got more reps. It really wasn't that much different. I saw Tyler in the filling room a lot more than usual. He was there every time I was there. And I'm usually there doing laundry, staying late night. So it was good to see that Tyler actually, took the initiative and was watching film and took it seriously. It wasn't just, some freshman who, hey, I finally get to start, I can't wait to play. He actually took it serious, so it was good to see.
Well, that initiative really paid off. He hit 8 different receivers in the game. That's pretty impressive for a freshman quarterback.
He definitely spread the ball around, which was nice, and he did that really on the fly. Coming out of the pocket, you seen if you watch the game or any of the highlights, he actually got out of the pocket pretty smoothly and found a receiver down the field. He didn't just tuck it and run, which was good. That's nice for us receivers to see as well, because we want to catch the football. We know blocking, we're a running team primarily, but we need, we like catching the football and making plays. And this past week, having 8 different guys catch the ball, that definitely, makes us feel a lot better. Because prior to that, wasn't really the ball wasn't getting spread around too much.
Josh, the defense made some big plays too as well. You guys almost get a shutout for the second week in a row. How close were you guys to that shutout?
We were real close, real close. We just had a few minor mistakes. We're cleaning them up this week for sure, though. Looking hopefully to get another shutout this week. 3 points, it's all right, but we were all a little disappointed.
Still pretty impressive.
Yeah, we were still disappointed a little bit, giving up those points coming off, what do we have, 6 or 7 straight quarters with shutouts, so. But 3 points isn't bad.
Well, for the second week in a row, though, the defense and special teams gets in the end zone. Kane Thompson scores on that interception, but really it was all 11 Cardinals that really got in on that touchdown. Oh, yeah. That's what we preach. Coach Ponks tells us every time in practice, someone gets a fumble or intercepts a pass, all 11 guys are sprinting to get over there and get a block. I know watching the highlight, Theron Wright had 2 huge blocks that allowed Kane to go all the way for that score, so it was nice to see. And really, it was Valente Garza coming in off the edge to make the quarterback David Lee throw it like that.
Yeah, it's fun to watch him on film. I don't get to see him too much playing out there with him, but to watch him on film is fun to see. He just motor never stops, so it's cool when he gets a sack and a couple hurries and helps our DBs and linebackers get picks and stuff like that too. So,
you guys held them to only 6 first downs, and they didn't even convert a 3rd down. What was working on some of those short yardage plays?
That's just the time where you just got to have some pride and go make a play. I know Joey Michaels made a couple big tackles there on 3rd and short, and 11 guys just rallied to the ball and driving backwards, and that was as good as we could do it. So,
Coach, what does that say about your defensive pressure? The fact that Augustana didn't even get a 3rd down conversion.
That's amazing. It is very, very hard to hold any team to 0 conversions, for a 3rd down. And so that was the #1 stat that I was excited about. As soon as I got that, I looked, oh my gosh. Well, I think it was like 0 for 10. So they had several chances. And that's going to carry on and give us more confidence as we go into the rest of the season.
Nick, being an offensive guy, what's the sideline like when the defense is out there, just dominating a game like that?
It's awesome. I mean, you're not on the sideline for very long. Trust me. It's 1, 2, 3, and you're back out there. So it's nice. I think we had 78 plays this game, and that's a lot of plays for an offense. We controlled the ball, controlled the clock. But watching them play is awesome. I mean, if you look on the sideline, I'm standing on the benches watching them play, watching Valente and Willie rush the edges. Got Pete and James in the middle. Then you got these guys. You got Stu returning that pick all the way to the 5-yard line, which was amazing. And then him, Josh, week after week making huge plays. I mean, if these guys pick the ball off or get a fumble, I mean, they're all extremely fast. They're running down the field, and if you don't see them make the play, then guess what? They're going to be in the end zone before you can even blink. So it's pretty cool. It's definitely a sigh of relief that they're going to get the ball back or even possibly turn into some points.
Probably makes your job a lot easier.
Exactly.
Well, this year's Cardinal team works together closely as a family, and they are in more ways than you think. The Red Zone takes a look at how in this week's Cardinal Corner.
The 2011 North Central College football team knows how to work together. The Cardinals are 4-1 and ranked in the top 10 in the nation in both the D3Football.com and the coaches poll. But when the Cardinals say the guy lining up next to them is like a brother, some of them, like identical twins Peter and Alex Mann, mean that literally.
And there's a lot of brothers on the team, and I mean, me and Alex are talking about there's nothing funner than playing football with like someone in your family.
In total, the Cardinals have 5 sets of brothers on the team, and that can make for some interesting matchups when the Cardinals go head-to-head in practice.
We get to go against each other in practice because I play on the O-line, he plays on the D-line, so it's a lot of fun, pretty competitive. We used to scrap around a little bit when we were younger, kind of wrestling and stuff, but we got a little too big for that and someone would get hurt.
Even though the twins grew up together competing in various sports, the Manns now reserve the battles for the gridiron. And these two aren't the first identical twins to play under Coach Thorne. Many Cardinal fans can't forget the recently graduated Sulo twins, running back Dominic and defensive back Derek. And it's not just the players on the field that make this team close. The Cardinals coaching staff boasts 4 former North Central football players, a father of former players and running back coach Tom Sulo, brothers Brad and Tyke Spencer, and of course, the father-son duo of head coach John Thorne and offensive coordinator Jeff Thorne.
The Thornes do such a great job coaching every single day, and you can see Jeff Thorne really learning from his dad about it. I mean, they're both great coaches to begin with.
A close-knit team like the Cardinals seemed like the perfect fit for the Manns when they made the decision to attend North Central College.
And I really do consider every single person on the team like one of my brothers. So when I walk around class or walk around like the stadium or anything, I have like 100, 150 brothers to make sure they all have my back.
And the Cardinals look to cover each other's backs on the field as they continue CCIW play against Milliken this week.
Coach, what's it like working alongside your son, Jeff?
Well, that's really the greatest thing that you can ever have is to be able to share something with your son, but to also have our whole family love football the way they do. It's really a family thing from my daughter and her family, and Jeff and his family, and of course my wife Kathy just absolutely loves football. I mean, she's couldn't wait to get back and watch these guys play after her hospital stay, and then she's really, really enjoying it.
Nick, is this family ready for this tough CCIW schedule ahead?
Absolutely. I think that we stand by each other's side through it all. Even when the defense was maybe struggling against Redlands, a couple bad calls and we weren't scoring points. We were never nitpicking at each other or yelling at each other, score some points or stop the ball or something like that. It was just always, you guys got this, I believe in you, this and that. It's going to be okay. And that's basically what we've learned through our Cardinal Manual, which I'm sure you've heard all about. It's basically we sit down and talk about certain words that are meaningful to us, and it brings us all closer, and you learn things about each other that you never ever thought you could even learn outside of football or anything like that. It's not an everyday conversation type of thing, and I think it's been great for us. It's brought us all so close, even with the coaches. I feel like all the coaches like second fathers to me. So
is it hard not to look ahead to some of the tougher opponents like the Wheaton colleges, or are you guys just focused on this week and the Big Blue?
Every single team in the CCIW is tough. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your record is outside of conference. As soon as it's a conference game, that team is going to play as hard as they have to play to beat the Cardinals, because we're the team to beat. Milliken, I mean, they've lost 2 games. They don't want to lose anymore. I mean, Milliken is a good team. They hit hard, and they're playing the #1 team in the conference, the Cardinals. And I mean, if you have any chance of stirring anything up and starting your program over, you got to beat the best team. So they're not going to be scared. They're not going to be weary when we're on the field. I mean, you look 2 years ago, we played Illinois Wesleyan. I mean, they came out and punched us in the mouth, and we were the best team in the conference. So we've learned from that. We've learned from all these past experiences, and I think this team is definitely ready to win another conference championship and then, win a national championship.
Josh, this really does show how competitive this conference is, especially with last week. Was that probably the best 0-4 team you guys have ever seen?
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure. All week, Coach was telling us that they're not 0-4 team. They've only lost games by, less than a touchdown, less than a field goal, whatever. But, yeah, this was a very good 0-4 team, and I'm just happy we could get the win over them.
So are we. Josh, Nick, Coach, thanks for stopping by. Good luck this weekend against Milliken.
Thanks.
Stick around, because coming up next, we have Clark Tusher stopping by to fill us in on all things North Central College athletics. Keep it right here on the Red Zone.